So here's my collection of unfinished projects, which are all in various states of disrepair. I always seem to start the new project before the last one's finished. So what I plan to do now is, rather than start another new project, is to finish everything on the shelf first. So on the top shelf it's a Tamiya clodbuster, set up as a rock crawler with lock diffs, 4-wheel steering, and the Kyosho motors. I was running a Nervac Super Rooster in this one, but I went underwater and that was the end of that. Next shelf down are a couple of relics from my childhood, not the exact ones, but copies of. So they're both Radio Shack 4x4s, and this is a slight variation of it that I've picked up off eBay. The black one's actually in working condition, but the plan for these is to update them with current hobby grade electronics. Next one down is a little bit special. It's a Losi XX4 with the X-Factory X5 chassis conversion, which just makes the motor mid-mount, and it's a single belt drive rather than a triple like the XX4. So it's kind of like a cross between a Losi triple X4 and a double X4. Best of both. Next shelf down we've got a Losi 22, which I used to race in stock class, and it's pretty much complete except it's damaged from a crash that's never been repaired. And underneath the shell here we've got a Losi triple X, which again is almost complete. This one I bought as basically a box of parts, and spent quite a while sort of stripping it back and slowly putting it together piece by piece. Every time I think I'm close to finishing it, I find something else that's damaged on it that needs replacing, and of course these things, the parts are starting to get harder and harder to find. Next shelf down, my personal favourite, the Tamiya Bearhawk. I've owned this one since new. My dad actually bought it when I bought a Super Hornet so he could race it with me. The Super Hornet's long gone, and the Bearhawk needs a lot of TLC before it's up and running. The plan with this one is not necessarily to keep it completely correct as far as all the Tamiya parts. I've actually got a set of old Losi XX shocks there that are going to end up on this one, so I'm actually really looking forward to getting this up and running, but it's been like that for over a year. So, and then the next shelf down is just the controller and all the other bits. Oh, and over here we've got the Losi XX4, which I think is just about in running condition, although it might need a new belt. And this was the world's edition, but since we went to LiPo and added the saddle packs, we're using a standard XX chassis without the battery slots in it. Weight's no longer an issue with the brushless motors and high capacity LiPos. So that's it. That's my incomplete toy collection. Stay tuned, I'm gonna go through one by one and finish all these projects rather than starting another one. Just haven't decided which one yet.